Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today's book review is for The Widow's Husband by Lesley Sanderson. This is a Book Ashore publication and it's available now. It came out on the 21st and I'll tell you about the book. I won't read the blurb because the blurb doesn't quite capture what I thought would be the context of this book, but let me tell you, I'm going to go between 4 and 5 stars. I might even do 5 stars, but we'll see by how I feel by the end of this video, maybe. Now, Rachel's husband has been gone for nearly 7 years. Rachel's just about to declare him dead, but she cannot do that until the 7-year mark for legal reasons. Just 1 month shy. She's right there. But she gets a clue. She gets a snippet as to the possibility that something's going on with Tom. That's her husband. It starts off with a note that's hidden, pushed in through the mail slot, and it says, "I want to come back to you." She's about to declare him dead. He disappeared without a trace 7 years ago. Nearly 7 years ago. The thing is, Tom had very distinctive handwriting. So distinctive that Rachel is absolutely certain that this note was written in his hand or by his hand. Now, it's a psychological thriller, right? So what are we going to find out in this book? Well, there are some things that are clear. It's clear that Rachel's husband was an adulterer. It's clear that he moved in with his girlfriend. I believe her name was Heidi. I didn't write it down. And even to the point when he had visitation with the children, Rachel knew about this other woman. But that was then. Because after Tom cheated on her, after Tom moved into Heidi, after they had a shared custody arrangement, Tom then disappears. So the drama about him having an affair and all of that was before the disappearance. So now what we have is Rachel doesn't know where Tom is, Heidi doesn't know where Tom is, and Rachel gets this curious note that looks like he wrote it. So, the blurb does allude to secrets and hidden lives. What was it about Tom that he, quote unquote, disappeared? What is it about Rachel and what are her feelings about not only the fact that she's almost able to declare him dead, but how does she feel about that note? Does that note raise anything in her to give her some indication as to what possibly could happen to them going forward? But it's not a romance. It's not a women's fiction. And it's a book that's written in a way to make you query the characters. Not only are you querying Rachel, but also Heidi. And then Tom, the unseen, the unheard protagonist, the not so invisible protagonist. What motive did Tom possibly have? Now, if you read Lesley Sanderson, and I think this is my 3rd or 4th book by her, you're going to find out that she writes really introspective characters. And she writes very detailed stories that make you think, stories that make you connect to whatever the drama is that's going on. And that's what happens here. And then you have the little bit of a story where Rachel has a potential chance for another start, but you have to circle around the drama. Is Tom alive? What's the note? Where was he these past 7 years? How's all this going to come full circle? What's going to happen? So that's it. Vague? Of course I'm vague, because I don't want to give you any spoilers. What do I want? For you to go to your Amazon which, by the way, it is available on Amazon at $3.99. I want you to go. I want you to click buy, and I want you to open your Kindle or wait for your print-on-demand book to come to you, and I want you to read it yourself. I want you to find out what happened to Tom and why all of a sudden, just before he's able to be declared dead, Rachel is getting notes. That's all I can say. Bye-bye.